let's start right now. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your name? What's your kind of relationship with Taiwan?
So hi everyone. My name is Sean Yang, and my Chinese name is Yang Rongxiang, and I'm in Taiwanese American. I'm a second generation. My parents immigrated from Taiwan to the U.S. for college, and then they just resided there. So I was born and raised in the U.S. And specifically California, in the Bay Area. But I currently go to school in New York at NYU, and I'm a
Nice.
rising junior there. Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool. So talk to me a little bit like about your relationship with Taiwan, right? I know that you oftentimes like you visit back and you seem to enjoy it a lot. So
Yeah.
just tell me a little bit about like just I don't know why you go back and why you like going back.
So personally, I like Taiwan a lot more than the US.
Right.
But
Understandably.
yeah. So I come back a lot because I really like Taiwan, of course, but like there are many reasons to that. So like obviously Taipei is very convenient, and Taiwan has a lot of good food. But I also come back a lot because I have a lot of friends here that I just like I made in the past, as well as I really like since I'm more nationally passionate, I really like the how Taiwanese are like super nice with each other, and like they're all really friendly compared to like the US, and also they're
Right.
just really passionate with other people, and also yeah, like that I just like a more I'm a more collective kind of person, so I like a more
Right.
I like a society where it's more like like where you think about other people first, and like I feel like
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Nice. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's I agree completely. So like can you can speak Mandarin, right? I understand that
Yeah, I
correctly.
speak my Mandarin's better than my English, to be
Oh,
honest.
actually? Wow. So
Yeah.
so how did it get to that point? Like from a kid,
Um,
like
so
since
I
when you were a kid?
so I grew up speaking Mandarin, obviously at home, and then like I speak Mandarin with my parents and as well as my brother.
Uh-huh.
And also when I'm out, like I most of it's like my 叔叔 阿姨, like they're all
Uh-huh.
like Taiwanese, so they speak Mandarin, and also like
Right.
even a lot are Chinese people as well, so also Mandarin.
Mhm.
And besides really being in class at school, or like a little bit out of class, I speak English. I
Right.
speak mostly Mandarin at school too, because most of my friends in my high school are like either Chinese or Taiwanese.
Uh
Mandarin
so
with them.
uh, can you speak
Yeah.
Taiwanese?
Like a little bit. It's like not
Right.
good. Oh,
That's
yeah.
I mean that's fine. I don't think
Uh,
we need to know that to communicate. Yeah.
yeah.
So like how are you like able to, learn? I mean, given that, you did grow up in the US and English is the predominant language there, or is it just literally Asia and America and Cali?
What do you, can you repeat that? Sorry, I'm like
Oh,
a little,
sorry. No, you're okay. I
yeah.
was just wondering
Uh,
like how you're able to like maintain your Chinese skills or Mandarin skills.
maintain my Chinese skills. Just
Yeah.
speak
Just speak it more? Okay.
just
Yeah,
speak
I mean that
it.
makes sense.
Yeah, and also my family watches Taiwan news and stuff, and like
Uh-huh.
most of the stuff we read at home are in Chinese. So like it's
Right.
like like you get that environment of speaking
Yeah,
Mandarin that like
definitely.
outside you have to speak English. Yeah.
I can relate to that. Definitely, definitely. So like growing up, how was it like how was your experience as like, being Taiwanese in the US?
I mean, it's like uh sometimes being Taiwanese in the US, like you kind of feel like you're somewhere away from home, like in like a home away from home, or like like that cultural connection might not be as big, but at the same time I feel like being a Taiwanese in the US, like besides like the negative parts, I feel like I can also help be able to represent Taiwan abroad, and like
That's
different,
right.
in like another country, especially because in the Western world, maybe Taiwan's presence is still not as big. At least in the US, it's a little bit bigger, but like I feel like
Hmm.
no, like as being a Taiwanese in the US and like being a part of the community, I want to be able to help like, you know,
Right.
spread
Re-
awareness of
Represent.
Taiwan. Yeah,
Right.
and its presence within the
Uh,
international
Right.
community right now. Yeah.
So how are like some ways like you have been like found successful in spreading Taiwanese awareness?
So first off, just being myself, my identity.
Right.
I talk about myself a lot.
Yeah.
And then through FASCA, and then
Hmm.
also like being in FASCA, you do a lot of volunteering with the
Right.
OCAT, and also with like different communities abroad. Not even like for our chapter, it's also like we work with our local fire departments and stuff to help them like raise funds and also
Hmm.
different things, but as well as just like just hosting events and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's for FISCA. For I did a thing called Con Expedition. It's where like I went back to Taiwan and I taught the kids English there, but at the same
Wow.
time, I feel like it's like bridging a gap between the Taiwanese community and like America as well. So I feel like that's also kind of like like it helps bridge the two communities a bit. And lastly, I
Right.
also teach at like my Chinese school.
Oh,
And
nice. Oh,
yeah,
so
so
you went to Chinese school.
I went to Chinese school, but
Ah,
it
okay.
because
Do you
I come
think
back to
yeah, so
Taiwan.
yeah, it didn't
Yeah,
me
because
personally, I
I come back to
don't
Taiwan.
yeah.
Mhm.
So at Chinese school, do you think you like at least it helped you with like writing and reading a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it
Yeah,
helped me with
definitely.
like, well, I learned Zhuing, so
Uh,
like, I
can you
type in
read
Zhuing,
fine right now?
huh?
Can you read fine right now? Like read.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great. That's great.
I'm
Good
more
for
comfortable
you.
with Chinese than English, but
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
But like yeah, so like I just used to be a TA there. I taught with my teacher and I helped like the kids
Yeah,
learn these and stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, let's see. Any other ones? Uh well, in scouting, well, like I'm a Boy Scout, and then like
right,
I'm in like a Taiwanese slash Chinese like we have an association of scouting that
right.
is Chinese slash Taiwanese scouts. So
Hmm.
like we also like do a lot of international scouting with like just the US domestically, but we also try to bridge like the Taiwanese scouts with American scouts as
Right.
well and vice versa, or even just
Uh-huh.
international within different countries like Japan, Korea, or Europe and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
That's cool. Yeah. So then I guess so you said you go to school in New York, right? And then
Mhm.
you were from the Bay Area. Have you noticed any like differences existing as Taiwanese between those two areas? Because I know
Uh,
that the Bay Area is predominantly Asian, and NYC, there's still Asians there, but not so much.
so for in terms of like people wise,
Hmm.
uh, New York has a lot less townies.
Yeah.
Um, and obviously, there's like a lot less food, like good Taiwanese food there, like there
Hmm.
is, but like I feel like you can't find like say 霸王 like 肉圆
Yeah. Yeah.
in New
Yeah.
York, but you can find it in the
Uh,
Bay.
yeah.
Uh,
You
like
think you think the
the
food is like comparable to Taiwan? Like in
uh, you mean
how
from
good
the
it
Bay?
tastes? Yeah.
Kind of. I gotta say, if you want really good Taiwanese food in the US, you have to go to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to go
low
to LA.
key, like this
Hmm.
time when I went back, I was pretty I wasn't very impressed with the Taiwanese food. I was expecting more. But I mean, I guess maybe I didn't taste the best. I'm just like tastes the same in the US. But anyways, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's just like, there's just different places that like you just gotta
Yeah,
try. There's like secret spots too, so yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
Okay, then what about have you did you face any struggles at being a Taiwanese American growing up? Um, yeah.
I faced a lot actually. So, like correlating back to, like one of your previous questions, growing up, I actually have a lot. I've been through like countless identity crisis. So like I
Right.
feel I just sometimes question like, oh, am I Taiwanese or am I American? And then, like I just keep jumping back and forth because like
Right. Yeah, that is one of the questions actually. So what do you like identity wise, do you feel more Taiwanese or American?
oh, more Taiwanese definitely.
Okay, okay, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
So that was the identity that you struggled with. Keep elaborating on that.
So basically I feel like because like I feel like I'm not in Taiwan, but
Mhm.
like a lot of the trends and stuff I feel like I follow are all Taiwanese trends. So
Right.
like cultural wise, like I feel it's so hard for me to connect with like American culture. Like
Hmm.
if you ask a lot of my friends and stuff, like I literally don't know like at least 98% of like American celebrities and stuff. Like I only know
Yeah.
like Roots and like Debbie Ryan and stuff. It's like really
Yeah.
embarrassing. But like, yeah, but like if it goes back to Taiwan, like, like I know like at least like 95% of like the whole like, like culture stuff, like, like Yang Chen, which is like celebrities.
Hmm.
And like, but like the thing is physically I'm not in Taiwan and I've never been to school
Right.
in Taiwan.
Hmm.
So at the same time, it's like, it kind of like,
It's
makes
weird.
me
It's
identity
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I see. I see it. So then, what about like growing up? Any regrets you faced? Maybe like you wish you could have done more in a specific area, um, to maybe spread Taiwanese awareness, or do you think you're chilling?
Um, I feel in terms of spreading Taiwanese awareness, I don't regret doing a lot of stuff because like I feel like I've done a
Right.
lot, but at the same time, I kind of regret not coming back to Taiwan to study. Like I really want to.
Right.
Like it's kind of not within my control either because my parents didn't want me to.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
like in terms of that, I feel like since I'm an adult now, I kind of want to control what I can do in the future.
Right.
So say
Are you
like
planning on living in Taiwan?
huh?
Are you planning on living in Taiwan?
Yeah, well, my parents don't like they don't mind me coming back. It's just they want me to finish my education first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so like that's the like my goal is to probably come back. Maybe because like I go to NYU right now, right? But
Yeah.
maybe for graduate school, I want to go to like Taita or something.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Very
yeah.
nice.
Hmm.
So then to you, like what makes Taiwanese identity like distinct, right? Like unique.
Um, I feel like it's, like the culture we have. I feel like being prideful of Taiwan is like not only being prideful. I feel like it's like because like my like the way I mean it is like how like obviously like loving your country is really good and stuff
You're
like but
right.
like I feel like American patriotism it feels a little bit different from Taiwan
Yeah,
patriotism.
definitely,
It's
definitely.
like I feel like Taiwan patriotism is more like it's like more culture based, like because
Yeah,
like
I agree.
we have like a shared memory of like say our childhood,
Right.
um and also like the way we grew up like oh like oh 好怀念这个 or 好怀念那个 and
Yeah.
like yeah and then like I feel like there's just that unity that we have as Taiwanese
Good.
like that makes us
Yeah,
like
definitely. And it's because
yeah
like, Taiwan is such a small country with so many people and it's like inevitable because everyone does everything together and
yeah exactly
everyone sees everyone like their whole entire life because they go to the same school every single day from like 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it's kind
yeah
of inevitable and it's pretty cool. So then you mentioned that you were part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
yeah
Yeah.
hmm
So like how do you think that being Taiwanese or just Asian has affected your ability to be, kind of open about your sexual orientation or just exist as a member of the LGBTQ community?
Well, obviously, like I feel it's like, being an Asian in general, it's kind of like
Right.
conservative, like as a whole, compared
Yeah.
to certain societies. But
Hmm.
like I feel like at least for Taiwan, it's a lot
Right.
more, especially we're the first country in Asia to legalize gay marriage.
Wow.
So I
Yeah.
feel like it's really, like I feel like it's like, like we're a lot more open in terms of LGBTQ
Right.
rights. And like
Yeah.
I feel like that's helped me a lot to
Right.
express myself, like
Hmm.
especially after coming to college.
Right.
Also it's just that like, I feel like obviously you still feel like, kind of a budge kind of because of your
Hmm.
parents or like,
Yeah.
some people, like either there's some people that are like low-key homophobic, but like um yeah, but like
Right.
like I feel like uh in general, like I've been willing to open myself more and more, like especially because
That's
town
good.
is open now. Yeah, and
That,
also
that's,
because
I said that's very nice. Yeah. Keep
yeah,
going.
and yeah, but I gotta say, I gotta give some credit to like the US also because like America's just so open about that. So
Yeah.
like it's just giving more courage also. Yeah.
Right. So
hmm
any like struggles you faced with this, or has
Um,
everything been pretty smooth?
to this day, still yes. I haven't told my parents yet. So
Okay.
it's like kind of stressful to not tell your parents because like you don't know how they'll react.
So what's
But
holding you back? Just their reaction?
mainly the reaction, because like I don't want them
Right.
to feel like bad or anything.
Uh,
Yeah.
that don't worry, they won't. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I see, I see. So that's the main reason. Yeah.
Yeah, and also some of my friends, but like I've
Mhm.
been opening up to a lot of my friends.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
I encourage you to trust the process. Keep going on your path. So,
Thank
okay,
you.
now onto the cultural stuff. So, one of the things I think that you might have a little more insight on is the education like culture, because given that many of your friends grew up in Taiwan, do I understand correctly?
Mm,
Or
yeah.
some of them. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, kind of like I don't know, how different do you think the education culture is here and between the US and Taiwan?
It's really, really different actually.
Yeah.
How should I say this? Taiwanese education, I gotta say, it's sometimes like oriented towards like, just you studying what they give you. So
Right.
like you don't really have any critical thinking or like,
Hmm.
self
Yeah.
like, like just like, more thinking skills
Right.
compared to the American education.
Right.
Because like it's like, like you kind of memorize just what they give you. And then like
Yeah.
yeah, but in the US it's like they teach you how to think, like say Common
Hmm.
Core and stuff. They teach you on
Right.
how to solve this and how to reason with it.
Hmm.
But in town you just never really get taught. And also um like I gotta say town's education is still kind of flawed because I've been researching about like the new education, the whole education system. It's called eating Gang.
Hmm.
And basically there's just like a lot of things, a lot of flaws where people have talked about how, like what they study, it doesn't align with like what they get like tested for on exams and also like different
Yeah.
things. So there's just a lot of things and also Taiwanese education is kind of it's like how should I say this? Like they've been improving a lot. Um
Hmm.
like but it's still kind of like
Oh,
more a
wait, you just cut out. Could you wait 1 second?
kind of education where they don't let students really oh yeah, no problem.
Wait, yeah, it is very glitchy right
Is it
now.
better?
Oh, can you? Okay, it's good now. Can you
Oh
repeat what you just said? So
okay,
sorry.
okay. Yeah. Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah.
I was just saying about how, town education is still kind of like quote unquote oppressive at times.
Right. Yeah.
Because like students won't be able, they don't let students express like their feelings and
And
thoughts as much.
right.
Or opinions. But I feel like they're doing a lot better, like,
Right.
as time goes.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty hopeful, like obviously through like the education system,
Hmm.
because like I can tell like the government really wants to like, be like the Western countries where like, they let students, improve their mental health and also like encourage, expressing themselves. But I feel like like I feel like they'll do a lot better as time goes on, but I feel like at the same time they also need the like not like the indirect quote unquote approval of society because like education is not only through like schools and stuff. I feel like it's just through society as a whole. So like I feel like the
Right.
system should like, like start accepting more newer ways of
I
educating
agree.
next generation.
I
Yeah,
agree. I
in order,
agree. And
yeah,
that, that's the ultimate goal, right? Progress humanity.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then what about like what are some like key lifestyle differences between, the US and Taiwan? Like just lifestyle in general.
So the US and Taiwan, so if you're in obviously if you're in Taipei, it's very convenient.
Mhm.
Growing up in
Very
California,
safe.
yeah, and safe. Um, yeah, growing up in California, I had to drive everywhere with the car.
Mm,
Super, super far. But in Taiwan, I could take like the metro. But since coming to New York, it's a lot better because I could take this
mhm.
train, subway.
Right.
But Taiwan Metro is a lot cleaner. There's no rats
Mm,
and no like
yeah.
stinky stuff in there. Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And
So
then
it's just
mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going, keep
And
going.
also like it's just food in general. I feel like
Mhm.
food is such a big part of culture here. So like,
Right.
not so much stuff like 宵夜文化, like that midnight
Mm-hmm.
snack culture here. They
Mm-hmm.
have like night markets and stuff. There's just such an abundant amount of food in Taiwan compared to
Yeah. And it's all delicious, all cheap, low cost of living. It's awesome.
yeah, it's very, very cheap. That's another thing. Everything is so cheap
Exactly.
here.
Like,
Obviously, the pay here is pretty bad, but like
mhm.
at the same time, like the price is still like from an American's perspective, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, if you make money in the US and you come back to town to spend it, it's just like so
Yep.
like cool.
I was
Yeah.
talking to some people I tutor, and they're like, in the future, maybe I will move to US and come back to Taiwan. Like, I'll move to US to work and spend the money in Taiwan.
I feel like that's the most ideal, like,
Yeah, but then you would have to be making
yeah.
a lot in the US. But
Yeah. Mhm.
anyways, so what would you say are some things that visitors of Taiwan must experience?
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a bit on
No,
my side.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, what are some things that visitors of Taiwan must experience?
Visitors of Taiwan must experience.
Mhm.
Night market.
Night market. Okay, cool.
And uh, if you come to Taipei, I'd say like I really like Jiufen a lot.
Oh yeah.
And if you're a party person, I
Hmm.
feel like you go to a lot of nightclubs because
Right.
like I feel like it's just as like lively as like the US.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to like different clubs or like bars. They have a lot of abundant, like bars here as well. And like I feel like a lot of bars in Taiwan, they kind of mix in some Taiwanese aspects of like, food into their drinks as well. Like they put a lot of like, they use a lot of tea within their
Hmm.
alcohol and also like they use like different Taiwanese like whiskeys and stuff like Catalan whiskey is very famous. But like I feel like they just mix in a lot of, different Taiwanese aspects within their drinks as well. Like I really like tea cocktails. It's really good. They use like oolong and stuff. So it's just like I feel like it just has that specialty. They also have the classics as well, like Long Island iced tea and stuff. But
Right.
like, like it's just like you get to experience a different thing, like
Mhm.
within like their own special cocktails. Yeah.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Mhm.
So then, last thing before we wrap this up is
Mhm.
if you could, kind of either give a name for the chapter of life you're on right now, or a story of your life, a name for the story of your life so far, what would you name it?
Um, I would say I don't know the English, but
Uh-huh.
青春, like
青春.
teenage
Okay.
life. Yeah,
Right.
青春.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Right.
Hmm.
So what's the reasoning behind that?
Because, I'm in college right now. Although I have to study a lot, I feel like, since I'm still young, I gotta enjoy life,
Right.
go like
Yeah.
different places, like
Uh-huh.
not only Taiwan, but the whole world. Like obviously I
Right.
want to explore in Taiwan first,
Uh-huh.
but also, just enjoying your time with friends and
Right.
also 趁年轻 is like
Mhm.
when you're still young, like
The
just enjoy yourself and like do what you
the
want to. Yeah.
oh,
Um, it's
very
college
awesome.
life, man. It's just like, yeah, just
It's
gotta
awesome.
yourself. Yeah. I feel like
Well,
being yourself is very important,
right.
like,
I agree.
yeah.
And I
Mhm.
feel like the show that once you come out and you actually be yourself, nobody actually hates you for that. Like it's
Yeah,
actually very hard for people to hate you to be for you being yourself. It's kind
exactly.
of
I feel
awesome.
like no one shouldn't hide themselves to like,
Right.
just these other people.
But
Like I
it's
think really be yourself.
right. But it's uncomfortable to step out of your comfort zone. So
It
that's
really
just
is.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just gotta have that courage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be courageous. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm gonna end the recording here.